You feel it in your chest, not metaphorically. An actual physical ache, tight and heavy like something is pressing down on you from the inside. You can't eat, you can barely breathe. Your hands feel cold. Most people assume this is just a figure of speech, a poetic way of describing sadness, but that's not quite right. And the real answer is far stranger, because a broken heart isn't a metaphor at all. It's a measurable physical event happening inside your actual heart. In 1990, Japanese cardiologist Hikaru Sato identified a condition now called Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. Patients arrived at emergency rooms with chest pain, shortness of breath, and heart readings that looked exactly like a heart attack. But when doctors looked closer, there was no blocked artery. Instead, the bottom of the heart had ballooned into a strange, narrow-necked shape, resembling a Japanese octopus trap called a Takotsubo. That's where the condition got its name. And here's the detail that changes everything. The trigger, in case after case, wasn't physical exertion. It was grief. A death, a sudden breakup, the end of a marriage. Here's the mechanism. In 2005, researchers led by Dr. Ilan Wittstein published a study showing that acute emotional shock floods your bloodstream with stress hormones, adrenaline and noradrenaline, at levels dramatically higher than during a normal heart attack. That flood doesn't just raise your heart rate, it stuns the heart muscle directly, temporarily paralyzing part of it. Your heart isn't speaking in metaphor when it says it's been wounded. It is, physically, in shock. But there's a second layer to this, and it's even more unsettling. Researchers studying what's called the widowhood effect have found that in the months after losing a spouse, the risk of death measurably rises for the surviving partner, not from sadness alone, from a documented spike in heart attacks, weakened immune function, and disrupted sleep and appetite, all driven by the same stress hormones flooding an already grieving body. Your immune system quite literally downshifts. Wounds heal slower, inflammation rises. The body treats emotional loss the same way it treats a physical injury, because as far as your nervous system is concerned, it is one. Which raises an uncomfortable question. If loving someone leaves a biological signature this deep, then every close bond you form is also a kind of exposure. You are handing your own heart, quite literally, a variable it cannot fully control. So here's what's actually happening every time your chest aches after a loss. Your heart isn't performing sadness, it's absorbing a hormonal storm and briefly stunning itself in the process. Your body isn't overreacting to heartbreak, it's treating an emotional wound with the same seriousness as a physical one. Which means the ache in your chest was never poetry, it was proof, written in your own bloodstream, of exactly how much that person mattered.